Driver than me.
Hi guys, it's Saturday and it's 2:15. Now, did you see the terms and conditions get updated from Uber? That was because Bolt lost the case in court yesterday, which means that Bolt has to pay drivers who are exclusively logged on to just them, even when they're not on a trip. That's why Uber instantly updated their terms and conditions saying, oh, you're allowed to use other apps. Yeah, so watch that space to see what happens. Today, I'm open. I'm gonna go on an adventure. Yep, I'm just gonna follow the breadcrumbs, Hansel and Gretel, see where we end up. There is a local match going on at 8 o'clock, and there's a local team playing away at 3 o'clock. I doubt that'll affect much, but I'll watch out for that L4 traffic at 8 o'clock. So it's 3:15 and I'm on 2160 something. I'll stick it there. I didn't listen to my own advice. I took a job into the city centre, but it offered me a job for 17 quid today. And it's like, well, I'm not going to say no to that. But you know, when you drop off, instant regrets being in all that traffic, all that nightmare. So I've just wasted 15 minutes getting out of the city centre. Swings and roundabouts, still okay for the hour though. Let's see what the next brings. It's 4:15 and I'm on 43 quid. You know, I'll stick it there. So I've been sticking to smallish jobs and avoiding the city centre this hour. I'm not going to get caught in that. I've just had a kid in the car with his dad, and he was only like 7, and it was his birthday, and I was like, oh, happy birthday, you know, have you got some Fortnite V-Bucks, you know, that kind of thing. He said no. His dad's bought him GTA 5. I was like, well, it's a good game night, you're going to enjoy it. 5:15 and I'm on 68 quid, so it's gone pretty well. I have just noticed there, let me bring this up a bit more so you can see it. Look at where I am. And look at where the surge is. Yeah, thanks. I'll just stay by this little almost pink cloud while that's going on miles away from me. Typical, innit? Let me know if you've got a surge from that, or whether it was one of them fake ones where it, you know, it makes it look like there's loads going on but there isn't. 6:15 and I'm on 96. I didn't get that surge. There was no surge, and that little pink cloud disappeared just after I finished the last footage. Naturally, there's absolutely loads of jobs heading towards L4 at the moment. Some of them are tasty as well, and you are tempted, but you've got to remember, no matter how tasty it is, every other drive is going to be there, and there's going to be absolute mayhem traffic for you to get out anywhere. I don't know, maybe it'll tempt me though, because it's getting close to 7:15 and I'm on 129. It's been very nice, to be honest. Job after job, that's what we want. I was getting offered them surges, you know, I showed you in the other clip, the surge area, but they were offering me them even though I was far away from them. So they're like, hey Denny, do you want to do this surge job? Look, it's got the surge icon, it's very nice. 4.5, 5 miles away. So by the time you take that time into account of going there, picking them up and then drop, it works out the same. There was no surge, even though it says there was. Right, I'm probably going to regret this, but I'm right outside my house, so I'm going to nip in and have a quick coffee and then come back out at maybe 7:45, which is probably a bad idea because the match starts at 8. Oh well, YOLO. 8:45 and I'm on 158. The 2 screenshots you're seeing is just as I come out after the half hour, and then of course this hour. I've just had a job where I picked up a customer, and as I was approaching it, there was 3 buses lined up with glass everywhere. A group of kids had thrown a load of stones at the buses and took them out. They were undrivable. So I picked up the customer. Customers told me what happened. And as I've done a U-turn to come back, my car got stoned. All you heard was loads of them. So it wasn't just one stone. So I instantly stopped the car and checked. They legged it on a runner. The kids couldn't believe it. And there doesn't seem to be any damage, but it's really dark, so it's hard to tell. I'll need a proper look at it in the morning. While I was getting back into the car, police come spinning round everywhere and started chasing them. So they'd done loads of damage to the buses. Absolutely shocking. Anyway, I don't expect the next hour to be overly busy because it's the arse end of the match. And yeah, so people will still be at the match, and it's the quiet time, isn't it? But you never know, right? 9:45. Very predictable hour. Not much at all. I'm on 174, I think it is. Yeah, I'll stick it here. But now the match is going to let out at 10. Say 10 past 10 if they've got, you know, extra time or what have you. So hopefully then we'll start getting more jobs moving around in the city. It's always this way when Liverpool plays. It just goes dead quiet during the match. 10 to 11 and I'm on 200 quid. Much better hour than that last one. It's offering some awful jobs. I've just been sat outside a McDonald's and it was 0 miles away, this job that popped up. But it was a 15-mile job and they were offering £17. It was like, no. So I cancelled it. Well, I didn't cancel it. I didn't accept it. And then a Tesla pulled up and took that job. I guess that's the beauty of not paying fuel. 1:45 and I'm on 240. The past 2 hours, I know it's been 2 hours, but the past 2 hours have been really slow. It hasn't been offering me many jobs, and when they have, they've been miles away. It's like, I'm not doing that. What are you playing at? It was that slow that I actually went and did a live on TikTok with the London lads for a little bit, just for something to do. I've barely scraped by the 20 quid an hour. Yeah, I'll stick it there. I did, but barely. And I got 3 cancellations during them 2 hours. That just kills you. 2 of them was on the run. So I got 7 quid without even picking up a passenger. But I did have to, you know, do about 4 miles. 2 miles to the first one, 2 miles to the next one. Then I did a job, and then I had another cancel where it was... They just burn your head out, them cancels, don't they? But at least it's better than, like, on the local base, where you could get there and get it. They call it a bogey job. I don't know if you've heard that expression before, but it, you know, I'm pretty sure it's not just Liverpool that call it that. It's called a bogey job, where you get there and you don't actually get the job. At least you get something from Uber. If that was on the local base, that would have been all them miles and that time for absolutely nothing. So that's something I'm a bit thankful for. But you know what? I need one of them hours now where it, like, reminds me why I, you know, do this. So I'm hoping that the next hour is going to be spectacular. I mean, we hope every hour is, don't we? But let's see what happens. So it's 1:45, and you know how I said, be nice if I get one of them hours. I am on 280 odd pound. I'll stick it there. The last hour has been magnificent, obviously, doing 40 quid in the hour. It was literally, I did get a slight surge. It wasn't a massive one. It was a mile job for £6. So I wasn't going to say no to that. And I only had to go half a mile to get them as well. So I did get a slight surge. It wasn't even pink on the map or nothing, but it come up with the little surge icon. I thought that was a bit strange. I wasn't in a surge zone. It's not like it was a big popular place, but it come up with the little surge icon. So I thought, love it. Right, I'm going to start heading home. I don't know. I'm going to play the Uber game where, you know, if something pops up and keeps me out, then great. If not, I'll go straight home. So hopefully the next footage you see will be another hour out. So it's 2:10, and I don't think Uber's figured out how the Uber game works. It's not give me a job that gets me home, Uber. They're meant to give me a job that keeps me out. Yeah, so I got a job That brought me quite close to home. So I'm on 2.9 something. I'll stick it here. Been quite pleased with the finishing result. There was that 2 hours before where I was a bit whether it was going to be any good or not, but I'm definitely pleased with that. So let's do the roundup. We've got the hours I've done. Don't forget, I had the break. And then we've got the earnings I've done. And then we've got by the hour. So I'm quite pleased with that. If you've enjoyed the video, give us a like. If you're new to the channel, give us a sub. I'll see you in the next one.